All right, and we're back. Can't Tell Me Nothing podcast, episode 6. That's Engerson. This is Try. I totally filmed the fucking first podcast without drinking. I left this dude alone.
I've been drinking this,
bro. I was drinking coffee, and you didn't even notice.
This man just been drinking coffee. I should have pressed him.
Okay, bro. Let me tell you, I'm like really fucking old. Last Friday, we knocked out before 12. I couldn't even go in 20 minutes into a fucking movie. I've been sleeping way too fucking early because I gotta wake up for work, and then I gotta edit and do a bunch of things, and it's just like, yo, like I just don't understand, like how's there time? Like I'm running out of time. Like, I'm always fucking tired.
I feel that. Me and my girl, we like the past since I got my computer, since I got my PC, like my gaming PC that I stream and game on, we've been watching like. Cause I have a big ass monitor, like a 29-inch curved monitor, so it has good graphics and all that.
Woo!
It's one of those curved monitors. You know how good those are. Oh, you just got a bad shot. It's finally hitting them. Finally.
All right.
But anyways, I got a good monitor, so it's good quality. So we be watching Netflix on there.
Mm-hmm. Yo, isn't it just so much better to stay home? Like, you pay so much money. Like, why the fuck am I going out all the time?
Well, you know me, I've never been like a dude that just likes to go out. I've always been like a homebody.
Yeah.
Like, I only go out if it's like the homies. Like, I don't just be going out to bars just to go out to bars. So
yeah, I don't know. Like, you would think like the world's kind of coming back on normal. I live here in OC. It's wilding out here.
Yeah, I be seeing people out here in OC with no masks.
Don't look like don't go to Fullerton. Don't look like there's this pandemic. Nope, not happening. But me, I be staying home every weekend, saving money.
Don't get me wrong. I do like to go out from time to time, but I mean, I don't have to do that like every weekend, every other weekend, every 2 weekends. I got to be out. Like I could sit at home for a whole 2 months and be chilling. If I'm just chilling with my girl, if I'm chilling on a video game or whatever it may be, I don't got to go out. But I get what you're saying.
I've been looking on Instagram and I'm just like seeing people go out.
Everybody going out now.
I know. Wait. I look at it with a different mindset. I'm always asking myself the same question. If I notice like my friends are going out consistently, I'm like, how is this feasible? Like, because man, am I like a frugal with money now? Like, I'm just like, bro, I don't want to spend nothing.
Well, everybody got stimmies. Everybody's on EDD.
I didn't get my stimmy.
Okay,
IRS, y'all fucked me up. Okay, I didn't get shit. Okay,
but whether people want to admit it or not, a lot of people on EDD right now, so they getting fucking 600, 1,200 a week. They not fucking working. They just going out and saving money for rent and then going out with their friends and having fun.
I have money. I have money, but like now it hurts me just to pay for like a beer, like for $8. I'm like, oh man,
I feel that.
I'd rather just go to Costco and get me a 24-pack and get it over with. Or
that's what I do. I don't go out to bars to drink. If I go out to bars, I'll probably get 1 or 2 drinks, and it's not gonna be a beer. If I go out to a bar with like friends or with my girl, I'm gonna just get a cocktail.
Yeah,
get like a fucking mixed drink, something that's gonna actually like hit me. I'm not gonna get a beer. I could go to 7-Eleven and buy a couple beers and sit at home and drink those and be chilling. But
like the more you work, like now, like I just got so much shit I'm trying to do, and then like me and Nicole is trying to like plan a little YouTube thing too, and it's just like a lot of shit. Like I'm trying to do a lot of shit in a small time frame, and I just don't know how to fucking like balance it. So I'm just like really juggling, and like man, like timing is like everything. Like it
really is.
It's fucking hard. Like I don't even have time to jack off. Like I just want to say that to lead into our segment.
Oh, no.
Because no, bro, I barely have time to have sex. We so tired, bro. We like sleep at like 10. Like
the latest I'll fall asleep is like maybe midnight, and I have to be like on my Xbox or something playing games with the homies. Otherwise, I'll be asleep like 10 or 11, to be honest.
Yeah. Like, I just noticed since, like, we started living together, like, I don't be giving dick like I'm broke. I be giving dick like I'm successful. Just not making enough money yet. But, like, my dick game is a successful dick game. And I don't think that's a good thing to say. But, like, you know, I got a few good one in me. Like before it was like we good. Like I got stamina. Now I'm like, man, I got work in the morning. I got a lot of things to do.
Okay,
I gotta edit, bro. Now like I woke up at 5 something today, work. Now we're shooting this podcast. After this podcast, gotta fucking edit, make sure I finish some things. It's gonna be like midnight, and I gotta wake up at 5 something to get ready.
Last week,
where am I fitting this? Delivering dick
okay,
moment.
I feel you on that because last week I stayed back. I didn't just go home after. I actually like stayed back to like do the editing and shit with you.
Yeah.
And by the time I got home, it was like 11:45 maybe. Mm-hmm. So by the time I went to sleep, it was like 12:31, and I woke up the next day tired. But I didn't have to do shit, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just sleep in." But that's because it's a pandemic. If this was any normal time, I would have to go to work. So like I would have been tired as fuck. But
yeah, man,
it's tough sometimes.
Man, I'm old. I'm 24, but I feel like I'm 34. Like I need some time to recharge. My bones fucking crack. Like it's not the same. I'm jealous these broke dudes out here with no jobs and still living out at their parents' house, not paying any bills because they got energy to give dick. I don't.
I won't say all broke dudes just live at their parents' houses, but
I mean, how they gonna afford things?
What do you mean?
How they gonna afford things if they broke?
I get what you're saying, but yes, but no, because there's a lot of people that are successful, and at our age, I'm not talking about like people that are like successful in the sense of like they're wealthy, like. Yeah, you get what I'm saying in our bracket. Yeah, like it's a lot of people that
we're not up there in any way.
That still live with their parents and stuff, and they're still like making it work. Cause I mean, don't get me wrong. If I didn't have a kid, I'm lying because I want to be able to have sex with my girl whenever. So
yeah, how many times are you giving dick a week? I want to know that actually, just to see if am I slacking? Do I need to step up my game?
It depends. I need to? If our daughter's not there, then recently our apartment has been under renovation and they've been like trying to get mold and all of the shit out because some bullshit happened.
It's like wet in a different way.
Yeah. Anyways,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, so our apartment's been under renovation, so our daughter hasn't been there like the past couple of weeks. She's been at her grandparents, so me and my girl probably been having sex a lot more, but I mean. If our daughter's there, not a lot. Yeah. You, on the other hand, are single. You have a dog. Fuck that dog. He can sit his ass outside.
Hey, man, you see my dog. He can stir up some shit, okay?
Ain't no bark's gonna keep me from getting a nut off.
I know. Hey, sometimes he do be peeking through the window. He's like.
I guess he gonna watch.
I'm like, yo, there was one time I'm like, oh, that motherfucker can see. Instantly, just
hell, he just gonna watch. I don't give a fuck about no dog.
Oh man, no, I can't. I gotta make sure my dog tucked away. I gotta make sure he gets his nightly carrot. Like I gotta make sure he's tucked before I give dick.
Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put my dog's food in his cage right here, where you have your cage at, and his water, and then I'm gonna go upstairs and lock the door, and his ass ain't getting in. I don't give a fuck how much he scratch at it.
No, I can't. I'm bothered. If he's like screaming or barking, I'm like, fuck, I gotta go take care of this dog.
Play some music. He'll be alright for 30 minutes. You really think he gonna die in 30 minutes because he just
wait? I just realized we don't really fuck with music on.
I'm talking about to drown out the dog sound. I don't fuck with music on either. But you get what I'm saying, like to drown out the dog sound.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of sex, I don't know if you've been to Utah. Have you been to Utah? Let me explain to you.
I've never left California besides when I went to Tennessee.
Okay, let me explain.
Vegas.
Let me explain. Utah's weird.
It's Mormon town.
It is. It's fucking weird. I went to Utah, and there's just so many regulation in Utah. Is wow. First, you can't have any beer can't be over 5%.
It's a dry state. Like on certain, I know in Utah, I think on Sundays you can't drink at all.
Yeah, something like that.
If I'm correct, I could be wrong. It's something like that.
You can't buy
a six. What I'm saying, like
you can't buy a 6-pack. And all the bartenders, they can't free pour it. Every bartenders are supposed to put this little machine thing on their bottle, so when they do pour, the machine stops it for them. It's an auto lock thing. So they're not.
So it only pours a certain amount in every cup?
You can't order a double shot. You can't order a shot and a beer at the same times, and you can't order a beer over 5%, and you can't order two beers in a certain time frame.
So in Utah, there's no IPAs.
There is IPA, but it's 5%. It's fucking weird.
So it's not an IPA.
It's not an IPA. No.
IPA is like 6.5 and up.
Yes.
7 and up.
It just tastes like an IPA, but it's
so
not.
I would never ever go to Utah in my life. There's no reason for me to go
Utah
there. I
is
can go
beautiful.
to Denver if I want to see snow.
Yeah, Utah is beautiful, but it got a lot of things you gotta deal with.
I'll bring my own beer I'll drive across the border if we go to Utah. Me and my girl, I'll bring my own beer and just drive.
So another wow shit that they're trying to do is
5%. What are they talking about?
Yeah, you can't get drunk.
Who drinks 5%?
And they can't. And that I don't think they have a limit on certain drinks. Like you can't order past your limit. So it's like a fucking parent's like, no, we're gonna cut you off here. Go home.
No, yeah, certain days it's like dry, so you can't order beer at all.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's fucked up.
It's fucking stupid.
If I want to get drunk, I just want to get drunk.
So now they're proposing a law to for a state legislation for iPhone to filter out porn, so that people can't watch porn if you're in Utah. How wow is that? Yo, I was raised on porn. If it wasn't for porn, your boy wouldn't know how to do shit. All right, you have to free ball everything here.
Okay, so hold on. Let me read this article because I already had it. Let me read this real quick. So, in the next week, Utah's governor will decide whether to make all phones and tablets in the state filter pornography. Sort of. The bill, which passed Utah's legislature early this month, will require mobile devices to automatically enable a filter capable of blocking material that is harmful to minors. Governor Spencer Cox has said that he will carefully consider...
You say cock?
Spencer Cox.
Oh, how convenient. Okay.
I hate him. Anyways, he said that he will carefully consider signing it by March 25th, but the rule won't change anything in the immediate future. One lawmaker even cite as a benefit. So blah blah blah. In theory, man.
They better start beating at me.
Let me make long story short for y'all real quick. So basically,
start beating at me.
Long story short is it's basically it's not just for anybody in Utah. It's mainly to keep minors from looking at porn. So basically, the phone makers will provide a passcode that lets buyers disable the filter, but they might, it's not clear yet, but they might need to verify their age in order to disable the filter.
Oh, so I can just put a fake age.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do that, but if they find out that you're violated, if they look at your IP address and find out, and they search it back and they figure out the person that looking at the porn wasn't over 18, I guess that's the age for
anyway, they're doing way too much to try to restrict sex workers from making some money. But if you were working OnlyFans in Utah,
no, it's not gonna.
I don't think it will affect.
It's not gonna affect sex workers. It's gonna affect more like the people who make OnlyFans. It's gonna affect more of the people who are trying to, like the average consumer that's trying to just search up porn. Like if you go to like Pornhub in Utah,
not gonna like that.
But the thing is, Pornhub will put like a thing, like they could do the IP address, and if you're anywhere in Utah, they could put it where you have to verify your age. So if you verify your age, let's say you verify your age and say you're over 18, if that's the legal limit that you need. I think that's the legal limit for any porn thing. You have to just be 18.
Right. So Pornhub don't even ask you for your age anymore.
No, they don't ask at all. But
but
the point is, let's say in Utah they add a thing to their website to where even if you go on your phone, just type Pornhub.com.
Yeah, 13-year-old just be like, all right, I guess I'm 21. Let's start.
But
get the lotion ready.
Let's say you gotta verify the age. So let's say you lie.
Right.
And let's say like a police department in Utah just happens to trace that your specific IP back.
Right.
And they go to your house and they figure out that you were the one that searched the porn and you're only 15. Guess what the maximum fine is?
What?
$10.
What? Bro.
Guess what happens if I'm 13? Guess what happens if I'm 13?
What? Yeah, let's go. Ain't no stopping us.
I can make that more somewhere. What are they talking about?
They always
$10.
They always gotta stop people from watching porn. Let them watch their porn, man.
Niggas want to watch porn. Let them watch porn.
Bro, I hate Utah.
Would you rather? And this is a horrible like analogy or example or whatever it may be. Would you rather them watch porn or rape somebody?
Watch porn.
Exactly. So I mean, just let them watch porn. Like if you get people sexually frustrated, they're going to do shit out of pocket that they shouldn't be doing. So let's just let these people watch their porn. They ain't hurting nobody by watching porn.
Right.
If it's like child pornography, because I know Pornhub had that thing back when they was talking about the child pornography. If it's that's different.
Yeah.
But if it's just porn, just come on, man.
Yeah, bro.
Let these people get their porn
if you're
off.
just watching porn, you're not hurting nobody. Ain't nobody's affected by you watching porn, unless you're a vlogger like David Dobrik and you do some crazy shit.
That's a good transition.
You get yourself in some trouble, like when you have a vlog and I'm not some girl might not like me hearing this, but because they probably a fan, but I'm not really a fan of Vlog Squad. I rather watch something on YouTube that doesn't like cause me to lose my brain cells. My thing on YouTube's is if I watch the video and somehow I feel like my brain cells losing every second, I just stop watching it. And that happens with the Vlog Squad shit. They just got to do it. I feel like they're trying to always up and up their little antique and eventually kind of catch up to you. So now companies are cutting tie with YouTuber David Dobrik amongst like misconduct allegations between his Vlog Squads and just the usual shit that's happening in Vlog Squad. It gets fucking crazy, and then some people didn't give you the intent, but you thought they did, and then people didn't like what you did.
For those who don't know, though, David Dobrik, he's basically, if I'm correct, he's 24 years old. He basically gained a lot of his early fame. He was on Vine. Well, we already know about Vine, RP to Vine, but basically after he gained fame on Vine, he became TikTok famous, and then obviously vlogging on YouTube, and then he created, I guess, what is called the Vlog Squad. So basically it's like people they vlog, and I knew who David Dobrik was before this, but before this little scandal, when I pulled up right now, Troy told me about it.
We watched some videos,
and I wasn't, and that's my thing. I wasn't like, I knew who David Dobrik was, but I wasn't like aware like what he did. And I watched just like maybe 2 little videos. Like all of his videos on YouTube are like 4 minutes, and it's just really cringy. So I mean, I could see why he has these allegations against him, because a lot of the 2 video, I only seen like 2, but they were like cringy, and like I could see where it comes from. Like he does a lot of really cringy stuff, and even if he don't mean no harm, it still comes off as cringy and maybe inappropriate sometimes. So that's where I could see where people find offense, or people that were involved might take offense to it.
And to go back into the allegations, so what basically, I'm gonna just sum it up, is what basically happened is that the accusation is a rape case against David Dobrik's friends in the short term.
One of the Vlog Squad
one of the Vlog Squad. So
I don't know, they didn't say his name though when I tried to look it up.
Is Dirty Dom is what they like to call him, I guess, because he's dirty. He like to do little sketch things. Boy,
Dirty Dom?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a dude that might rape people.
Yeah, so basically what happens is, just shorten it up. They invite some girls over, not 21.
That was the thing with David Dobrik's allegations. A lot of the girls that they invited over and got drunk and supposedly or allegedly had sex with were under 21. Like, we don't want to just accuse these dudes because we don't know what's going on. So that's why I say supposedly and allegedly. But still, if they're underage and you're getting drunk with them and having sex with them, it's like, come on, man, what are you doing?
Yeah. So yeah, came over and they think these guys are cool, but David's friends is definitely a creep. And definitely a part of the dudes that will definitely use the hashtag not all men, because he's just that kind of guy. Or trying to take advantage of these girls who are just trying to hang out with YouTubers that they think quote unquote is fucking cool,
or that they might look up to.
I see right through the bullshit. These guys ain't fucking cool. They just
trying to use their clout to get
trying to use their clout, right? And I
wasn't sure which word to use.
And they're using their platform because they're like, I'm a big vlogger. I mean, it's an honor to be on my shit. So if I invite you, like, you gonna get some clout, you gonna get some followers, you gonna get some like all this video. So you gotta like do whatever I gotta do. And like in that sense, like shit can happen, and then dudes take it too far. In this case, he took it too far, and you know the girl got hammered, and shit happened, and it went way too far, and and it was under the umbrella of David Dobrik, you know.
Exactly, I get you. Okay,
watch.
I get you.
So, and we talked about earlier with, you know, Deshaun and like all these things, like to tie back, it's just like, yo, regardless how successful you are, regardless how much clout, regardless, you can't take advantage of these women or these, in this case, you know, a younger female. Like it's, even if you think they're like, no, they're
just say young lady. You can't say female. Women don't like that.
Oh, okay, young lady.
Yeah, women don't like when you use the word female. I don't know why, but they don't like when you use the word female.
Okay, young lady.
That's better.
Okay,
that's better.
Cool. Even if you think these young ladies are like down, quote unquote, down for it, because you know these guys are probably like, oh, she's down to come over.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, like even if they DTF, like.
You can't.
You need to hear out of their sober mouths, not drunk,
not the drunk.
A sober mouth. I'm down to fuck.
Right.
And that was horrible. Let me rephrase that. If you're above age, if you're 21 and up, you should not be having sex with any underage. Age. I don't care. I don't give a fuck if they 18. If that's on you, I don't judge. I personally wouldn't do it, but that's on you. If you want to be weird like that, go ahead. But if you're over age, you should not be having sex with anybody under 18. So I don't give a fuck if they consent to it. If they're under 18, you should know better. But if they're over 18 and they consent and they're sober, then that's a whole different story. We would have to find out evidence to prove that they did something wrong. But in this case, David Dobrik and them were having sex. Well, not David Dobrik, but his acquaintance was having sex with underage women that were drunk.
Let me read the allegation. It says, following a piece on an insider. So it was like an insider piece that they knew was fucking coming, and they knew it has a lot of shit that was true. And it's by Kat Tenbarge.
That's the same one I seen.
Yeah, that detail various
Tenbarge.
Various accusations of misconduct, exploitations against members of the Vlog Squad that allegedly took place during a video shoot, that's why David's in such a mess, because it's supposedly happening around the time frame
when he was vlogging,
when it was supposed to be a shoot. And now, like, you hear vlog, it's always like, oh, we just, you know, record ourselves talk. But like, once you're at his statue, a vlog becomes more than just recording. It's like, you know, you gotta have consent of the person. It's much more staged, because at that level, you can't just, you know, you can't go off the rail. You know, you gotta have plannings. You gotta have things that happens in order for you to get.
And don't get me wrong, I get like when you get to a stature that David Dobrik is at, you gotta have consent, but you gotta also like let people know what's going on so they can consent to it. And that's my thing, like with people that said like at David Dobrik's stature, like you have to get consent for some of these pranks you do, like
right.
Because for example, he did a prank with one of his former crew members where he pranked him and had him kissing a dude that he thought was a girl. And like, I know if I was in his member's shoes and you had me kiss some dude that I thought was a girl, and then after the prank I find out that was a grown ass dude that I was kissing, like basically making out with, I'm not just gonna feel away. Like I'm gonna really be offended, and I might retaliate. And it's not just gonna be a prank. Like it's gonna be something. Like I might not kill you, but I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
And that's my point. That's worse, because like someone like me, yeah, we might just beat the fuck out of you. But someone else might just go that extra mile and just kill you. And now they going to jail for murder because you decided to prank them and have them kissing a dude when they're not gay. And that's the thing. Certain pranks go too far. So you have to be not having to be smart, but like you can't just prank everybody like that.
Yeah.
Because not everybody's going to take that the same way.
Exactly.
You have to be careful when you do pranks.
And well, for this specifically incident, going back to the whole rape thing, so it's like she's underage, and you know, I'm gonna read there's a BBC article that's, you know, kind of tied up to the allegation. Fuck, I can't say shit today. Oh my god. Okay. It says Yeah, no, she was reported underage. So they got her, they got her drinking, and they provided alcohol to underage. And
that's also bad too. Whether they didn't. Sorry to interrupt you, but they didn't even have to do anything sexual with the minor. It could have been a dude, but you shouldn't be providing minors with alcohol.
Yeah, and so she became, according to reports, she became unconscious, blacked out drunk, and later she was involved in a group sex, which included a Vlog Squad member, and she was too intoxicated to give consent. And now I just want to say this: I went to college. We all been there to a point where we see girls get drunk. It takes a real man to realize.
I've been to a lot of his college parties, so yes, I've seen women that I didn't know get drunk, and they just
right.
And that's probably my fault. Like, I've seen them. I don't know if they got taken advantage of, but you could tell when it's a situation when it's like, okay,
yeah.
So you know when you've been to a college party, you know what's going on,
right? And to be not to be honest, like, let's be real. There's a lot of dudes out there that don't give a fuck and are just are just jumping on the opportunity, and like they know that you're drunk, but they just don't care. And it's just like, you gotta stop that, bro. Like, you can't, like, I know a lot of men, especially in college, like, want to credit from the boys or whatever, who's hooked up and body counts, all that. But it's like, bro, that don't mean shit. It's not gonna make you look. Wait, hold on. It's not gonna make you look. It's not gonna make you look cooler, like, or anything like that. Like, you're doing if she's intoxicated, bro, step away. Like, these guys think they can get away with it, and they think like, oh, they're always like, oh, she's not that drunk. It's like, bro, like, you can tell, like, you ain't fucking stupid now. Listen, like,
that credit don't mean shit if you going to jail for fucking rape or whatever it may be because you had sex with a drunk girl that didn't consent, but because she was just so fucked up, right? You thought that she did, and she just went along with it because she's fucked up. Like, as men, like, come on, use your common sense. As a man, when you're fucked up, like, everything feels good. You have that sensation when you're drunk. So obviously, anything sexual, you're gonna like. That doesn't mean just because the woman likes it, that doesn't mean she consent to it. Like, you have to get that consent. And if you're drunk and she's drunk and y'all both do it, that might be a different story because y'all might just have drunk consented to each other. But if you're not drunk and you're taking advantage of a drunk woman, or a drunk young lady,
you're just like a pussy.
Like, look, it's a difference between y'all both being drunk, like, and I'm not talking about you're just
and you know each other. Here's another thing.
No,
strangers.
It's not even that. Like, it's not even that. It's a difference between you being buzzed and the lady being drunk, or you guys both actually being blackout drunk and y'all just have sex. That's a whole different story. But if you're like a little buzzed or you're sober and you know that she's like blacked out drunk to where she can't really cop her hand and you take advantage, it's like, come on, dude. Like, you know what you're doing at this point. Like, right. Like, you're still a little coherent. It's different if you're not coherent. Yeah. I can't speak to that. I've never been in that situation, but I'm pretty sure it's happened a lot of times. So that's a whole different story. But if you're coherent as a man and you know that the chick is not coherent and you still decide to like have sex with her, it's like, come on now.
And to make matters worse, it's in this situation is when you start out the night with the intent. So you're the one providing the liquor. You're the one forcing it down her throat. You're the one maybe even drugging her, because that shit happens a lot. That shit happens a lot. That's basically what happened here.
When you basically fucking trying to get a chick drunk, that's almost the same thing as drugging her. Yeah, you might not be using a roofie or whatever it may be to drug somebody, but alcohol is a drug, and if you get somebody drunk enough, they're not going to be coherent.
And then according to the story, the friend took her to a room that was black, and it was like it was away from her girlfriends, which is, you know how it goes.
They know exactly what they were doing then.
Girls travels in group, and once you fucking divide them, like, they feel cornered, and this girl felt like she had no fucking power, which at the time he put her in a situation where she had no power. And you a bitch, bro. Like, if you can't get laid when you're sober, you a bitch.
Then
like,
you might as well just go beat off the porn. But that was the Utah thing.
Yeah. Go beat your meat. Pornhub is there. That's what they're there for. They're there to, for you to beat your meat.
If it's that bad, you need to just go beat your meat or go to sex rehab. So
it ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, and listen, I don't know if you watched The Wolf of Wall Street.
I'd rather niggas beat their meat than go out here raping bitches. So yeah,
exactly.
I mean raping women. So yeah,
yeah. According to The Wolf of Wall Street, Matthew McConaughey said you gotta jack off at least 2 to 3 times in order to keep your
well, yes, it's
shit
healthy.
Straight.
It's healthy to masturbate, but that's not just for so you don't rape women. That's for a whole different thing. But we'll talk about that. I'll tell you that off camera.
Yeah, but no, tying back to the story. So now, like, he's in charge of the vlog, so he's getting dragged down, which rightfully so. It's not a fucking good look. A lot of people are about to be in some deep shit with this. He's losing sponsors left and right. According to the report, DoorDash, Dollar Shave Club, EA Sports are just like a few.
Wait, he had a sponsorship with EA Sports?
Yeah, he has sponsorship. I don't even know. He don't even play video games, bro.
That's what I'm saying. But what?
I don't know. These vloggers are just getting sponsorship deal left and right, giving out fucking Teslas here and there. You know, I don't understand it. I don't know. I don't get it. But look, it is what it is. He's, made some deep shit. According to the BBC, he's gonna be taking some time off the app or something.
Yeah, he created the app. I forgot. I was reading into it when you told me earlier. I forgot what the name of the app it was. He created, but he said he was gonna be
he co-founded it.
Yeah, he was a co-founder. He was gonna be taking the time away from the app, stepping down from his position, so it wouldn't he was gonna step down from his position, so it wouldn't affect the app and affect like the company. So it wouldn't cause a distraction, but a lot of sponsorships they had with the app, they already severed the ties and like stopped working with them, so it don't matter.
And anyways. he left Dispo, which is like
that's his app, Dispo. That's his app.
He left that.
That was I couldn't think of the name to save my life, but that's it, Dispo.
Yeah. So you know what? Like it's just you, regardless of how much clout, how much YouTube followers, like at some times your shit's gonna catch up to you. Like you
if
just
you're doing fuck shit, it's gonna catch up to you.
And I think the type of content that they create, like he has over like 600-700 vlogs or something like that. Like the content that he creates, like it's about leveling up. So like once you post a video, you're constantly thinking of, okay, how am I going to top myself on the next one? How am I going to top myself? And that's then true. If you could keep thinking like that, bro, you're going to start making some shit that, just like how Logan Paul had to deal with his shit in Japan, like these vloggers are outdoing themselves.
But with Logan Paul, he went to a forest in Japan that's known for fucking people committing suicide. So it's fucked up, but everybody knew when he posted that video what you might see. You might see a dead body being hung. So yeah, he fucked up by doing that. But with David Dobrik, I forgot what I was.
This is under his control.
It's under his control, and it's like, what comes with that territory. Like you can't just be fucking doing fuck shit and expect that as someone who has clout or might be famous that it might not come back to bite you. Like. Yeah. And it's not even that. You shouldn't even be doing that type of shit in the general. Like in the general, you shouldn't be surrounded by those people that are doing that type of stuff.
Speaking of coming back to bite you in the ass, Kanye. Okay, we're in a new cycle of something gets reported, it gets reposted, and then you have to cite the source. It's just a whole thing of if you go to college, you always got to cite the source, right? There was something that was published. According to them, Kanye is the richest black man in America, and then Forbes came down with a hammer. They said, nope, not today. They matumbo his ass, and according to Forbes, they're like, no, Kanye is not even near 6 point something billion, that nearly 7 billion that was reported. And man, I feel bad for Kanye, but also he gonna do it, man. Between this and the whole Kim thing.
But the thing with Forbes, they didn't have to do him like that because they know. If Forbes does the math, they know that after his Adidas deal, if he did sign a new Adidas deal, and after his new Gap deal, once those contracts is up, they know he's gonna make that money to be the richest black man. He might not be, but It's a projection.
The reason why Forbes does this is because Forbes is like one of those places where you go and you find the richest athletes and all that. Mm-hmm. So they're held to a higher standard, right?
So they gotta have the facts right.
So they gotta have the facts right. So they can't allow another source to say, "Oh, Kanye's estimate $7 billion." Meanwhile, their site is estimating him at roughly $1.6 billion right now. So it doesn't.
Well, see, Forbes is basing Kanye and like out of all the bullshit Kanye said in the past couple of years. Like, as much as I love Kanye, fuck him. Like, I mean,
fuck Kanye. Really?
I mean, I love Kanye. Like, I'm always gonna love Kanye because of what he's done. But he's also said some fuck shit in the past couple of years that's just make you be like, fuck him. But
yeah,
Forbes know that like this is all like before his deals. Like. Yeah. Once those deals happens and he starts making actual money for Gap and he starts seeing a recoup and he starts seeing more recoups for Adidas because I think he's still with Adidas. Like he's gonna probably be in that $6 billion range.
But you can't
do projections because what if all those deals flop?
Right.
Then he's not gonna make that money.
Forbes isn't in the business of speculating. They're in the business of what's right now.
Facts and what's right now.
And what's right now is, according to Forbes, Yeezy, so the sneaker brand company is worth approximately $1.5 billion. Okay. His cash and other asset combined, $160 million. And then the music catalog, $90 million. Damn, I expected it to be more. And then Skims, which is the company with his soon-to-be ex-wife Kim Kardashian West, but check out the West. And we're gonna get to that in a little bit. And then it says Yeezy X Gap $0. So according to Forbes, they don't give a fuck about your speculative plays. But they only care about what's on your balance sheet now.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what that article that came out and said Kanye was the richest man. It was because of that. It was just off of speculation. Like, yeah, it was just going off basically based off of like what's gonna happen once his new deals that he signed with Gap and whoever else he signed to do with when they're up. It's not going off of what's right now.
So I felt like Ford had to do giving them a tumble. Like you know how like we rank the richest man. So it's like
not there. Yeah, he might be there in a couple years, and it's probably a guarantee.
He not.
Okay, but my thing is
not up there with Bezos. Come on, man, Bezos.
But as the richest black man, they wouldn't have came out with this article saying that Kanye was the richest black man if the projections weren't saying that once these new contracts are up, he's gonna be the richest black man. That's the only reason they came out with that. True. They're not gonna come out with that just to say fuck it. Yeah, like, it has to be projections and show that in a couple years or in 3, 4, 5, 6 years, whenever this new deal with Gap is up, whatever he's doing.
Well, it hasn't gone off the ground yet.
Yeah, but exactly. Whatever he's doing with Gap right now and whatever he's doing with Adidas right now, when those contracts are up, then yeah, maybe in 4 or 5 years he is gonna be the richest black man in the world. But as of right now, no, he probably isn't. But I feel like those articles were just going off of speculation.
Yes, and their speculation is like is far off because according to Bloomberg, which is a very reliable source, the deal's worth $1.5 billion, and it could be worth up to as much as $907 million as far as revenue wise.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So if you're speaking on just that alone, and you're tying that up with the rest of his shit, and then Skims, you're probably gonna have to divide that by half. You have to. So if you do the math, it doesn't add up to $7 billion. It adds up to 3.
Well, you have to include not just what he's making. 0.5. You have to include not just what he's making off of Yeezy and off of Gap. You have to include just music too.
Well, music is only at $90 million, which is not a lot.
That's just that's just an estimate.
No.
That's not the guarantee.
No. Music currently is $90 million.
That's the guarantee, or that's the estimate?
That's the guarantee. That's the current.
So $90 million plus what?
Okay, cool. Currently $1.5 billion for Yeezy.
1.5.
And
it says $0 million for Gap, but that's because we don't know how much he's gonna make. But right. Gap is Gap. We know he's gonna make a shit ton off.
Yes,
of Gap.
But he's not gonna
At
make.
Least he might make a couple billion.
No, but he's gonna need to make approximately $5 billion in order to reach the $7 billion mark.
That's 6.8 or whatever they said it was.
Yeah,
he's gonna need to make like $5 bill.
So the Gap deal needs to be 5 point something bill in order to get to $7 bill.
But everybody shops at Gap though.
No, bro, Gap's been falling off the fucking shelf.
But everybody shops at Gap.
Sleep. I don't shop at Gap.
Okay, but you don't think all these rich white people, all these
bro, but you don't think
black people that shop at Gap.
But you don't think Kanye is going to charge them a high fucking price?
That's not gonna happen. It's not.
I know
brand.
Gap don't charge high price.
But like, it'd be different if you were just buying strictly from Kanye's website. You buying from Gap, so they're gonna control the prices to make sure whatever stuff it's not crazy expensive. Whatever stuff he designs, like come on now,
Joe.
He's gonna make some money off of Gap, and it might be $1 billion. It might be. We can't do that yet because we don't know.
No. He
I
might
want a pocket watch, but you don't know. It might be $1 billion.
I know he might, but it won't be near $7 bill. Let's get that straight. That's a long time.
It's a lot of people that buy Gap, not just in America, overseas. So I think he might make a couple bill, like maybe 2, 3.
All right, hold up. Here, let me.
But even if he make two or 3 bill off of just Gap alone, he might still be the richest man, the richest black dude in the world, richest black man in the world. He might be.
Do you want to know what Gap income in 2017 was? Net income? 846 mil.
846 mil?
Yeah.
Do you not understand how much Yeezy is worth right now? Just whether it's Nike Yeezys or Adidas Yeezy or just his Yeezy brand when it comes to all the shirts and all the other bullshit. But if we're talking about
speculating, do you see the Yeezy brand capping out already? Because I see it.
Okay.
I see it as a cap. But here's
the thing. If Gap starts selling new clothing, whether it's for kids or adults, and it says that it's like a Yeezy made clothing, like you get like it do like collab shit. Like if it's something like that and it comes out as Gap X Yeezy.
Okay.
You don't think that shit gonna make a shit ton of money?
You don't think?
I don't give a fuck what all the bullshit Kanye be on. You don't think that shit gonna make a shit ton of money?
But you don't. Okay.
It's Kanye.
I know, but do you think? Okay, now tying to the divorce. Do you think that due to the divorce, maybe that will affect his sales? Because all the women's and the girls were probably not gonna support Kanye unless he's not with Kim.
No.
I think so.
It's Kanye.
Bro,
no. Hold on.
But you're talking about Kanye against the Kardashian.
But I don't give a fuck about the Kardashians.
Bro, that
is Kanye West.
They are elite in the world.
Kanye West made wearing polos
to fashion.
Kanye West, no, hell no. Kanye West is more important in the fashion industry than the Kardashians are.
But But you don't understand. The Kardashian move the female market way more than Kanye can.
Kanye moves. Fuck the female market. Fuck the male market. Kanye moves the market when it comes to fashion.
I don't believe that.
What are you talking about? You see people out here who can't even fucking afford Yeezys.
Yes. And you're talking about the shoe, but I'm talking about like clothing and everything.
No, hell no. You don't understand. Like Kanye makes more money. Like Kanye make money just off of the tour clothing, but rich people be buying that bullshit. If you go to like his actual website where he sells his actual clothing, rich people be buying that bullshit.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Broke people can't afford it, but rich people buy it. Yeah. Not even just rich, wealthy people who have the money to spend, buy it.
I know that.
Kanye makes money when it comes to the fashion, way more than the Kardashians.
Okay,
what are you talking about?
That's
Kanye West. I can't let you do that. No, come on now.
Okay. Speaking
he's making way more than the Kardashian family when it comes to fashion. I get what they've been doing. But
are you talking about them combined?
Them combined. Yes.
Where's my girlfriend, Nicole?
No, fuck. They make more off of cosmetics.
She knows the Kardashian way too well.
They make more off of cosmetics.
Yes.
He makes more off of fashion, which is clothes.
But they have clothing lines.
Their clothing lines are not fucking with Kanye. I'm sorry.
I know, but
we're not doing it. I'm not about
Are you comparing one guy up to a whole family?
Yes. What are you talking about? It's Kanye West. As much as I fucking hate Kanye West for all the cool shit,
do you think 2020 hurt him with the black community though? Like, do you think the black community
all the bullshit he said?
Yeah, all the bullshit he said.
As much as I fucking hate Kanye for all the bullshit he said, no, it did not hurt him at all.
You don't think so?
No.
I feel like it kind of does, man. Okay, speaking of bullshit, after
fuck no.
Speaking of bullshit, Kim filed for divorce, right? But now Kanye's going through an episode, because he's going through an episode. He's Kanye. But Kanye doesn't believe Kim Kardashian will bring an end to their marriage. So according to this article,
wait, what did he say?
I'll read it to you. According to this article, Kanye West reportedly believes that Kim Kardashian West doesn't want to go through with their divorce. The 43-year-old rapper doesn't believe that Keeping Up with Kardashian stars for is serious about ending their marriage. According to a source speaking to the Hollywood Live, Kanye thinks that the divorce will not actually happen and hasn't filed a response to Kim divorce filing. A source that was close to them because he still doesn't accept that Kim will see the divorce through to completion. He knows how Kim is, and he knows that she does not want to do this. Source included.
But how did he know that? He don't know what a woman is thinking.
Because he know that. Because he's Kanye, bro. He knows that he makes Jesus music, so he's.
I mean, I get what he's saying, but like,
it's crazy talk. That's all it is.
He don't know that. Like if she really, she already filed, so that's my point. But I get what he's saying. It could just be another big argument, but he don't know that.
Yeah,
he gotta really sit down and be like not in a crazy zone. No offense, and actually talk to her and see what she's really thinking to know that.
So yeah, no, man, Kanye. I'm gonna lay off Kanye. Kanye been through enough, but also Kim been going through it. Man, he put her through some shit.
Yeah, he put her through a lot.
Bruh, I feel bad for her. I think, you're doing the right thing. Like, I don't think they match. Like, shit obviously hasn't worked.
Well, he's loved her for a minute, but I mean,
it's shit just not
working.
working.
They didn't work out. So, I mean,
yeah, it is what it is. All right.
It is what it is.
We'll be right back. I got to go pee real quick. All right. We're back. Just a little bit drunker at this moment. Yeah, you can tell. All right. So since we did the last week episode about the Not All Men and the whole thing, some kind of event took place on Tuesday, and I woke up on Monday, and all I saw was Stop Asian Hate.
Wait, hold on. Sorry to interrupt you. That was on Tuesday?
Yeah, I believe it was on Tuesday.
That wasn't during the weekend? When Homeboy went nuts at the Asian massage parlors in Atlanta?
It happened literally a day after we shot our shit.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry. Like, keep talking. You're good.
Okay. Yeah.
I just got clarify.
So we shot this thing, and then the whole shooting happened on
oh shit! It was a Tuesday. The man charged with killing 8 people in 3 Atlanta area massage parlors on Tuesday evening had been a customer. Because I was reading the article where it said he was a customer at least 2 of the spas. Go ahead though.
Right.
Sorry about that.
So we're gonna do a little follow up. All right. So the follow up is that I personally don't like the fact I'm Asian. Just get this out the way, okay? I personally don't like the fact that let's reel it back. People start the day, they go through their social media, they watch things, right? I don't know where you consume yours. I'm guessing is pretty much Instagram, Facebook, okay? But how you consume it is a little different. I know for me, when I watch things, instead of just instantly reacting and just skipping to conclusion, I'm very curious as a person. I like to dig in things. What I like to do is I see with the news from one site, and then I will go to another source and I will see how they write things, and I'll go to another source and I'll see how they write things. And I keep doing that shit just to analyze, okay, what's the narrative? Because the media has a narrative, right? And so I do that because after going through the stories, we all do this shit in the morning. We skipping through all fucking stories, trying to, So I keep seeing I keep seeing the Stop Asian Hate and whatever, and I'm like, oh, okay. What event is this tying to? So the event that it was tying to was the shooting in Atlanta, right? And I kept seeing posted where they like cross out the title and they were like white supremacy, kill Asian. It was like a whole race hate crime thing, right? And I'm gonna give my 2 cents, and then you can give your 2 cents, okay? All right, my 2 cents is that I hated that. I'm not saying I'm not saying don't, don't hurt anybody, okay, because of the race. I'm not with that. But I just don't like how the narrative is using an event to start this whole thing when it's the event. I feel like people haven't dived deep enough into what happened, and they're just instantly getting too fast to respond, getting too fast to repost and posting on their social media. And I know I posted something, but I didn't post that hashtag. But for me, what I was getting to was the fact that we're so fast to pull the race card because it's so easy. The race it's our skin tone. It's the first layer that we see in human beings, right? So we instantly just drive to that, and the media instantly goes to that. How I know that is because Georgia Mayor Lance Bottom was like talking about the investigation as their job. They got to talk about an investigation as a professional. They got to talk about what based on what the facts is at the point and based on the merit of the situations, right? But the journalism, all the questions was revolved on race. Is this a race hate crime? Is this it was all race, and I hate when you're pulling the race card way so much when you haven't gotten through all the facts. And so my thing is just like, the more you do this, the more you divide people, because then now they're like, oh, okay, now it's just in order to make light of the situation, you got to blame one race in order to uplift another race. But it shouldn't be like that. It should just be based on what it is.
What the situation is.
And basically what the situation is bigger than race. It's way bigger than the race. And if you're thinking that, I'm talking about that incident and that incident alone, okay? We can talk about the Asian hate crime a little bit later. But just that incident, if you really peel it back, it's way bigger than race. It's about a whole entire gender. It
has more to do with
women.
Sorry to interrupt you, but it has more to do with just men preying on women. And me and you had this conversation off camera. We were texting about it, but like I told you, with everything, with the whole COVID-19 situation and everything, and how Trump treated it, no matter, I don't give a fuck how you feel about it. You could say that COVID-19 originated in Asia. I don't give a fuck how you feel about that, but I don't give a fuck if it came from the people in the Asian tribes outside of Asia, and like the little forests that were eating bats. I don't give a fuck.
It was a lab, but yeah.
But that's not. But even where do you say it came from the people eating bats? Where you say it came from the people in the lab? I don't give a fuck where you say COVID came from. Like, you can't just blame it on Asians because it comes to, like, if we know that this is Bill Gates talk, and I hate Bill Gates, like, not in that sense, like I don't give a fuck what Bill Gates says, but like, you can't. He's original. You can't take what he says for word. But he talked about how SARS might come back a couple years from now in 2012 and really affect us. And like, he was technically right, but like, in the sense, like, you can't really what's the words I'm trying to look for? You can't just take the disease and like just assume that it's just based off of what happened in Asia. Yeah, it might have been tribes in Asia. I don't know. Like, I got to do my research.
Okay.
Obviously,
but tie into the incident. Let's tie it to an incident.
To the whole like thing with the dude.
Right.
Well, that's the whole thing, because Trump said it was a China flu, it was an Asian flu or whatever, it was the Kung flu or whatever fucking slur you want to use.
All right, even though it wasn't. Can I stop you there real fast?
Yes.
Okay. Let me stop you there. Okay, this whole thing of I personally, I'm not a fan of Trump. But the thing is, we need to stop putting his name in our mouth. The journalist.
But he did cite a lot of this.
I get it. But the thing is, now media is all about attention and who said what and said. If you keep putting Trump in your mouth as far as journalists and articles and even yourself, he will never disappear. So the more you talk about him, the more he will be in the light. And so if you stop talking about him and you stop blaming him about everything, because seriously, blaming him for everything just causes more issue.
But here's the thing. When it comes to I don't give a fuck if you talking about what happened with this weird dude that shot up the Asian massage parlors, or you could talk about how in the Bay and other states in the country where elderly Asian were getting beat up because of the COVID virus.
Mm-hmm.
All of this stuff, when it comes to Asian people, maybe not. Like, Asian people have always had, like, you could go look back to World War II when Asian people, when the Japanese were put in internment camps or whatever it may be because of World War II.
Yes.
But when it comes to right now, all this stuff, when it comes to COVID specifically, it's Trump's fault. I don't give a fuck what you say. You could say, no. You could say don't put Trump in it, but it's his fault.
I get it.
He's the president of the only basically free world in the world. Like, you can say what you want about UK. America is the only free world in the whole world. And he went around as the president, as the leader, talking about, oh, it's China virus, so it's the Kung flu. And
wait. Pause. You know,
but you can't say that as a leader.
I know you can't.
I don't give a fuck if you anybody else. If you want to be racist or whatever it may be, but
I know.
As the leader,
yes,
you can't say that.
You can't say that. You can't say that at all. But my thing is just that, like, enough with the Trump talk. If you really, like,
it's deeper than Trump, but
right?
He started it.
I know, but
if it wasn't for Trump, we might not. Like, COVID was probably going to come around regardless whether Trump was in office or not.
Right. He handled the situation wrong. But let's get
terribly.
Let's get back to this situation, okay? So, I think the media especially were too lazy enough to peel back the layers and talk about women as a gender. Because that's the bigger issue here. You can even talk about you can even talk about sex workers and all that, okay? But it's so easy to talk on race and putting this as a race hate crime.
It's everything that people look at, but when it comes to women, they won't look at it. No, yes, it's the whole thing with women. Like, men should not be able to just feel that they could just attack women like this. Like, that's just me being fucking summarizing it, I guess, in a sense, instead of like going deep into it. Yes, men should not feel like they should have the power to attack women like this, but it goes more into race because
wait, can I finish my thought real quick and then you can okay, my thought is that, okay, the media is very powerful and they have their little stupid fucking propaganda, and I fucking see right through it because I analyze that bitch like I eat breakfast. But the fact that the narrative is about race. Now, if the narrative is about race, then now everybody is consuming that shit. So all they think about as soon as they look at this shit, it's about race. And now it takes away from the fact that the whole incident is actually men hate women. Now, I watched this thing on ABC News, and it's about this lady that wrote an article.
Not all men, but yes, I get what Troy's saying. And I hate saying that because
No.
It's a lot of men that are just pieces of shit, but yes, not all men think in that sadistic way, but it sucks. You can't say that, like how we talked about in the last podcast. You can't say that because it just makes it seem like you're defending men who are pieces of shit, but not all men really think like that.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, you made me lost. Okay. So basically, when you start with the whole race, you're taking the news cycle away from the woman cause, which is this incident happened because I personally don't think it was a race thing whatsoever. Okay, what happened was this dude hates himself and he hates the fact that he has issue with sex and stuff like that, so he has to take it out. Wait, hold up. He has to take it out on sex workers, and if you analyze the situation, it's around strip clubs, right? If he could have possibly done this in a strip club, but he can't because there's security guards. So masseuse places don't have security guards, so you can fucking walk in with a gun and pop shit open, basically. So that's basically his second.
But I get what you're saying. Yeah, you can't go into a strip club, but one, not all strippers are prostitutes. Two, you can easily just. You live in OC now.
I'm not saying strippers are prostitute though.
No, I get what you're saying, but I live in LA. You can go down Figueroa and you can find prostitutes if you really want them to.
Yeah.
And 3, like, not all prostitutes are just out in the open. So like he could have went to different places if he really like if it was just a sex addiction. Like you're saying, it's more than that. He expected to go to a massage parlor and get a happy ending, and because and okay, let's be honest. Anybody with common sense, people can act like they dumb, but if you're trying to go to a massage parlor and get a hand job, you're not going to fucking Curves or Massage Envy. You're gonna go find some little shady looking, no offense, Asian massage parlor, and you're gonna go try to get a happy ending. But or some, it don't even gonna be Asian. It could be anybody, but you're gonna find some shady looking massage parlor, and that's where you're gonna go to get a happy ending. You're not gonna go to like these massage parlors where you mainly see like that are like mainstream, where you see like white people working at, because they're not gonna give you a happy ending. If you want a happy ending, you have to go to a shady place.
But here's my problem. Once you start making this thing is about race, you take it away from the woman's side, and so they completely ignore the fact that there was 8 women that lost their lives, right? But they only spoke about the six Asian women.
No, it was 8.
It was 8.
I think it was more.
No.
It was 8 Asian women.
No. It was 6, and 2 was white.
Are you sure?
Yes. Read the article. So once you talk about race, everybody just thinks it's an all Asian thing, and yes, I'm not disagreeing. It's fucking wrong. But it's bigger than that. It's a whole woman case. So there's 2 white women that are also lost their lives here that aren't talked about. It's because people think this is just a cause, a post of a race thing, and it's like, no, like if you really want to look for what it is, it's a men violence against women. That's what we need to talk about. We don't need more of this race divide. Okay, the more you talk about this, the more you pull the race card, the more division it causes. Okay, which is the reason why in my life I will never pull the race card. People can say racist shit to me. I will never call them a racist, because to me that's toxic. Like, I will never let the racist card affect me, and I will never pull the racist card.
I have to interrupt you there, but you can't do that. Because if someone says something racist to you and they're actually being genuinely racist, then they're racist. I mean,
I know they are, but it's just
that has nothing to do with you being toxic.
I'm not saying
there's nothing right about being racist. You should never be racist. You should never care about what somebody thinks just because of their skin color, what their skin color may be, what their orientation, their sexual orientation, their religious orientation. It doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck. You could be fucking Taoism, and I don't think nobody practices Taoism now, but no one should hate on you, should hate you just because that's what you practice. That's racism. Like you shouldn't have that. You don't get that freedom just because what you are.
I know that. But where my point is that the less you talk about racism as an issue, the more you feel like you can be together with the people, is in my eyes.
But that's also not true.
You can think that. I'm just saying my opinion.
That's not true though.
But wait. Okay, you can say that's not true. It's just my opinion. It might be not true, but
I get that's not your opinion, but I'm letting you know that's not true, because you can't. Like, I get what you're saying, because I know you. Like, we've known each other since fucking 6th grade. I've known you. I've grown up with you. I know you're not racist like that, but I get what you're saying, because you didn't grow up in America. But when it comes to America, you can't say that that's not true, because there's a lot of people who are racist who they might think the same way that you think, but they're still racist, and you have to you can give people the benefit of the doubt,
but my job isn't to make them less racist. If they're racist, okay, live your life.
That's facts.
Whatever. But
at the same time, you have to, if it's somebody that you really fuck with,
yes.
If it's someone that you personally really fuck with and you think that they might be racist, yes, in a sense, it's not your job, but it is in a sense, like, because if they're racist and they fuck with you, you're a minority. Whether you're Asian, black, or Hispanic, you're still a minority. Yes. So if they fuck with you, then they must be open enough to not be that racist to fuck with you.
I know.
So if they're racist and you know that they're racist, then it's not your job to like change them, but it's your job to try to influence them to think better than thinking negative the way that they think.
But my approach is I'm gonna take the high road. By doing this. I'm not gonna shit on another race in order to prove that they're racist. Wait, hold on. My biggest pet peeve is that we single out a certain race and we quote them and we paint them as like this racist race. I don't like to do that. That's not how you unite people. Okay. Wait. Let me finish. My approach is, if you're racist, all right. You know what? Whatever. I'm not gonna be friends with you, but I'm not gonna fucking force you. I'm not gonna feed it down your throat. And another thing is that like, I'm not going to shame on you, and I'm not going to shame on your whole race, and I'm going to be like, oh, you guys are all racist in order to lift my own race up. That's not how it works. Like in order for everybody to unite and to be get together, I feel this is me. I feel like we just all need to treat each other equally, and we don't need to bash on each other's race in order to make one race feels better.
But you have to think. You have to remember
the whiskey's hitting, huh?
That's not even that. I remember what I said. You have to think about it though, bro. Like, not everybody thinks like you. It's 7 billion.
I know.
It's
they don't.
6,
I'm
7.
just stating my opinion here.
No, I get you, but you gotta think. Like, it's 6-7 billion people in this world. They're not gonna think like you. Yes, like you don't agree with racism. You're not a racist person, and you don't condone it, but at the same time, you just like, if you see somebody that's racist, you're just not gonna fuck with them. But and this might not be so much on you, and it might not be so much on me as a black dude, but as people who don't agree with racism, it's our part to educate people who are racist to not like have those ideologies that they have, where they think that just because, and most people, but there's racist, but hold on, here's the thing. There's racist people that are Asian, there's racist people that are black, there's racist people that are Hispanic. So that's a whole different conversation.
Right.
But we're talking about systemic racism for the most part, and most of that racism, whether it's systemic or even if it's just blatant racism, it comes from white people. So let's be honest.
Well, we're
talking about white people.
Wait. Let me inject this. I personally feel like 2020 have created more younger racist Caucasian group, because look,
they feel like they're marginalized.
Yes. Hear me out. Okay, they might have came into.
I get what you're saying.
They might have came into 2020, have a bunch of minority friends or cool, but throughout to 2020, like it's a human thing where you get defensive. You're like, wait a minute, I'm not fucking. But if they keep fucking, if the media keep portraying, if the entire minority say it's like, no, you're white, so you must be racist. Like they gotta like start fucking defending themselves, and it's just like I don't like that, like blaming a group in order to fix things.
No, here's the thing, and obviously I'm black, but I have a lot of white friends, and all of my white friends, I know they're not racist, so I get exactly what you're saying. Like, it sucks. It sucks when you're a white person, or you're considered the majority group that's considered racist, and you're not racist, and you do everything to help like the communities where it really matters, not your community, because everybody that's white is usually at least middle class or wealthy. So you get my point. But like,
there white people are poor too, though.
But as obviously there is, but as a white person, like, it has to be your job to acknowledge that you have the privilege that you have, because I get it, you might not be racist, but if you don't acknowledge that you have the privilege, then you might as well be racist, because you're just still basically using the privilege to your advantage. It's not fair if you don't acknowledge it, because basically, for a better choice of words, like, if you know that you have the privilege and you're not acknowledging it to use it to the advantage of the minorities, then what's the point of you using it?
All right, let me rebuttal to that, okay? And here's something that I heard that was very great on one of my podcasts. It's just like this guy who's an entrepreneur and investor. He's like, I hear the word privilege thrown out way too often, right? And in most of the cases, I agree. But let's not mix up privilege with success, because there's cases where they're privileged and there's cases where it's success. So,
but you gotta define that.
Yes, let me define it. Let me define it. The success is that you don't know what their family is like, and you don't know that they may have been one time like poor, and they became successful, and their parents put them in the right place, just like minorities, where they came from poor and they made it, and now they have wealth, and now the kids are in a better place. So you can't always assume everybody have the same type of privilege.
Exactly.
Because
but let me stop you right there.
What if it didn't start it that way?
Let me stop you right there. So let's use a community where I know there's a lot of blacks, there's a lot of Mexicans, there's a lot of Asians that come from either the poor side or the richer side.
Let me stop this and then start it.
So let me use an example of a community where it doesn't matter where you come from. You could be black, white, Asian, Hispanic. It don't matter what fucking part of the social hierarchy you come from. You could be poor, middle class, rich. You could be any race, and that's Long Beach for an example.
Right.
So obviously there's poor black people in Long Beach. There's rich black people. If you go to certain places like Signal Hill, or where that's the rich part of Long Beach, Signal Hill. So if you go to Signal Hill, you'll see rich black people. You'll see rich whites.
Yeah.
You'll see rich Hispanics, rich Asians. It don't matter. But if you go to any part of Long Beach, you'll see poor blacks. We know the poverty part, where the hoods, where the blacks be.
Yeah.
There's also poor whites, because it's Long Beach. There's a lot of poor white people. There's obviously poor Hispanics, because we know it's just always poor
and
Hispanics
Asian.
and poor blacks. And there's also poor Asians because of the Asian boys. So we know there's hood
and
Asians.
Girls. And girls.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my point is, like, in an area like that, you can't use the example we was using, because you could be from any race and be poor, but you could also be from any of those races, and you could be a minority or majority and be rich. So it's like,
no, I'm just saying you can't. The thing is, like, we as minorities hate when people generalize us, so we can't generalize them. It's my thing. You don't. In this case, not just
that's
like
true. That's 100% true.
Just like a vaccine, right? You fight the virus with the virus. In this case, not the same. You can't fight hate with more hate. It just doesn't work that way. Okay, like you don't. It's not. It doesn't work like a vaccine. But let's get back to the incident.
But you think like we get back to the incident. But to cap it off, you're thinking like a dude that's like. And this is a word I hate to use, but you're thinking like a dude that's innocent in a sense. Like, you don't think like you said, you didn't live in America your whole life. Yeah, you lived in America most of your life, but you still grew up and was able to live in your home country where it was nothing but Vietnamese people, and you guys all like basically embraced each other. America as a whole.
I'm not gonna say we all embrace each other. If you want to do statistics, the crime from race to race is higher.
But you get what I mean. Yes, the crime from race to race is higher, but you get what I mean. Like,
similar race is higher.
It's different in America. There's no racism in Vietnam. Like, you can walk in places and people aren't gonna look at you. Oh shit, he Asian. He might have enough money to spend.
Right.
Because like we all know the stereotypes for Asian. Like everybody thinks Asians have the money to spend because they're smarter, because they come from overseas. But that's not the point.
Why not?
In Vietnam, you think
I'm good at math, motherfucker. Think I'm good at math?
I get you.
Because I'm gonna disappoint you when I say I don't know how to multiply or divide. I get you,
but that's the point though. Like, in Vietnam, you can go around and not have to worry about that stereotype. In America, you have to deal with that stereotype.
True. I know. I don't know. I'm just my views are just different, I guess. My views are just different. I just don't acknowledge racism like that. I'm never gonna call out a racist person. That's just me. Because it just creates more drama. But going back to the thing, it should be about women and how we should protect women. Not really about race, because there's also 2 Caucasians that died and nobody talked about them as, what happened in an incident. So, yeah.
I get you.
Yeah. All right. So, moving on. if you let's talk about Sweetie, huh? Little fun thing to end the episode with. All right. So, will you ask for the Bentley back? Is my question.
Nah. She can hit the Bentley. I don't need that.
You don't need that?
If I have the money to buy a Bentley, why would I ask for it back? I don't need it.
I remember there's one chick we dated for a little bit, and I had this windbreaker, this Calvin Klein windbreaker, right? And she took that shit, and then something happened, and I was like, fuck, okay. I literally called like a few times. I texted, I wanted my windbreaker back. I'm sorry, but like there's just some things that are a little valuable to me, and if it is a Bentley, I could have invested that money into something else.
True. That's also true.
Wow. But explain the podcast. So yeah, talk about the podcast that kind of started it all.
So everything that started this off was when Quavo and Saweetie broke up. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
She went on a podcast with for y'all who don't be on social media, it's this dude Justin LaBoy or LA Boy or whatever the fuck his name is.
Oh, he's just P. Diddy's son. There's nothing.
No. He's not P. Diddy's son.
Oh, the other one is
he's just he's just like a social media famous dude.
Okay.
But he has a podcast called Respectfully Justin. I could be wrong, but
I thought Justin with the son too. There's two of them.
There's two sons. There's Prince.
Yeah. And then there's Justin.
And then there's Justin Combs.
Yes.
There's Prince Combs and Justin Combs.
Yes.
Justin Combs is who the podcast is with. It's Justin LaBoy and Justin Combs.
Oh, okay.
So anyways, Justin Combs is who Saweetie used to date it, supposedly. Mm-hmm. So how would you feel if your girlfriend went on a podcast that her ex-boyfriend was a co-host?
Oh, no, I'll be like, send that right back. Nope, you're not going.
And he asking her about it. No, here's not the thing. It's not about asking if she can go on the podcast. You already let her go on the podcast, and her ex-boyfriend and the other host is asking her about if she would have a threesome.
And with the boys?
No, not with them, but the question is, would she have a threesome with her significant other? And then here's her response. Mm-hmm. I would have a threesome with my significant other if he was like a good boyfriend, but here's the catch. He has to pick the other dude.
Oh, hell no. I'm picking myself and myself only.
Exactly.
You won't put me in a
the fuck is Saweetie talking
about? That's a 2 minus. That's a 2 minus 1.
Here's the funny thing. I asked my girl the same exact question. I said, "What would you do if I was on a podcast with an ex-girlfriend?"
Right.
And she asked me about a threesome, and then my question was,
"You're not going home."
I had to pick a fucking. And my response to her question was, if my girlfriend is doing a good job. Because here's what Saweetie said, but I'm going to just use it in my perspective. Her response was, if my boyfriend, for me, girlfriend, is doing a good job,
right,
then I will have the threesome. But he has to pick. Her exact quote was, he has to pick the nigga.
Oh no, man! So I guess she was saying he's not doing a good job, huh?
No, she's saying he's doing a good job.
Oh, so did you think Quavo picked the boy out? Oh, when we get into that point, are we saying Quavo picked the boy? Who's the boy?
Dude.
Who's the guy or the rapper?
I'm not gonna let you do that. Quavo not like that.
No, I don't think Quavo picked the guy, but I'm just saying it sounded like you saying he was a good boy and now he got a chance to pick another boy.
My point is no, because if you look at the podcast, that's her answer.
Right.
She said if my boyfriend's basically doing his job being a good boyfriend.
Right.
Then yeah, we can have a threesome, but he has to pick the other dude.
Yeah.
Instead of picking the other girl.
It's horrible. I'm not doing that shit.
And most dudes are gonna want another girl with their girlfriend. Like
yeah, actually, no, not most dudes. I'm all right. Dudes. I'm all right. No,
I'll pass.
I'm pass.
If you talking about I gotta pick another dude, I'll pass. We don't need a threesome. I don't need a threesome that bad.
I'm gonna pass with another girl too. You know really? What? Yes. Okay. Let me explain. I
don't know about that.
Okay. I don't know. All right. Let me explain. You don't understand how essential it is to be living at home when you're not constantly walking on eggshells. Okay. There's a saying, happy Wife, happy life. Yes.
Happy wife, happy life. Yeah, yes. I know the saying.
Yeah.
Know, man.
So I'm not gonna risk having any type of issue by just having a threesome with another. Because you don't understand. Like,
it's not worth it.
Even if I accidentally look at the other girl 5 seconds more than I should be, that's an issue.
Guess
if I
what?
touch,
guess what? That's gonna be an issue for like 6 months.
Right. And you want me to deal with that shit at home? I'm good. I don't need that shit. I'd rather jack off than to be dealing with that kind of drama.
No, I agree with you, man.
No,
it's not worth
because I'm not living with the other. I'm not living with the other girl. I'm living with my girl. Worth it. I don't want to deal with that. All right, I don't want to come home from work and be like, "Fuck."
No, it's never worth it.
How am I gonna kiss her ass? Because
because
we didn't.
At the end of the day, you living with your girlfriend. You're not living with the other chick. So
exactly.
You have to
and
always make your girlfriend happy. So I don't want to.
I always told Nicole this, but I don't understand why that's always like a fantasy for every other guy. For every guy, it's just not my fantasy.
Because
I just don't like drama.
To porn.
I would rather watch porn than ask for a threesome. That sounds like a non-problematic way to handle the situation. You know what?
But not everybody thinks like that.
Instead of asking for the threesome, I would be like, "Hey, you want to put some porn on? Then we can get it, going. We can watch porn together."
I don't think I've ever did that with my girl.
Oh, we done that a Fenty time.
I might have to try that.
It's
I might have to try that. I'm not gonna cut.
It's a way to. Yeah, but anyways, going back. Yeah, no, I'm not doing the threesome thing, and I'm not picking another man. That's just not it. And another thing, it's kind of funny how famous people announce they're single on Twitter now. Is Twitter like supposed like?
Okay, but thing was after that she was
she what
guest host on that podcast or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
There was already suspicion that they had broke up because fans were like searching them up on Instagram and they weren't following each other. And then Takeoff and Offset weren't following her either. So somebody had to clear the air because it
always starts with the following, huh?
Yeah, fans already knew. Like in this day and age, if you're not following you, like what would that look like if I wasn't following my girl and we have a child together?
Y'all broke up?
Y'all would think that we broke up if I'm not following. We have a whole ass child together.
Yeah, y'all
I'm
broke
not following my girl. Y'all gonna think that we broke up.
Yeah, but it's kind of funny how fans dig through that shit, huh? Like, who are you?
But that's the thing. Like,
you woke up and just decided to investigate.
Fans have no lives. Like, you should not be digging too much into today. It. But it's the truth, though. Like, with anything else, maybe not. But when it comes to boyfriend and girlfriends, like, there's no way in hell. Like, if I know my girl got a social media, and if she knows I have a social media, she's gonna follow me on it. She's not gonna not follow me on it.
Exactly.
And that's what most relationships like.
Yeah.
They don't give even if they don't care about what you do, you could be liking pictures of bitches with big booties. It don't matter.
Nah. We're not doing that shit.
Nah, that's not my point. It don't matter. Doing that shit. Women cannot care about that, but because you're the
bro.
Listen. Here's my thing though. Some women don't care about that, but if you're the boyfriend, though. That's true. But if they don't care about that, and even if you're still their boyfriend, they're gonna follow you on social media because it's social media.
That's true. Yeah.
They want to communicate with you on social
So
media.
they unfollow each other,
and they unfollowed each other, and fans figured that out, and then that's how it ended up coming out that they broke up.
And then she tweeted.
She tweeted that they were single, but this was after it already went viral on Twitter. They might have broke up. They don't follow each other no more on Instagram.
And now this whole thing,
it's common sense at that point now.
This whole thing that Quavo,
because they were following each other. It'd be different if they never followed each other,
right?
And then this happened,
right?
But they were already following each other, and then the fans search it up, and then they're not following each other no more. It looks kind of like.
And this whole thing now that's like supposedly he cheated, right? Did I hear?
I heard that, but. I mean, even if he did cheat, like,
he's a rapper. Isn't that kind of like a thing in the rap game?
No, I won't justify that. You should never cheat. But even if he did cheat,
I'm just saying it happens in the community a lot.
It happens not even just in the hip hop community. It happens.
I feel like they all cheat on their wives, huh, or girlfriends.
But you get what I'm saying. Like, even if you do cheat, like, that's not a excuse. Like, if y'all relationship would be bad, like. If you go on a fucking podcast with your ex, even if I cheated on you and our relationship is bad and you go on a podcast with your ex,
Yeah.
And you talking about a threesome. I'm gonna just assume at that point you don't fuck with me no more.
Yeah.
As a boyfriend.
No, so I'm good.
I might not do what Quavo did. I might not break up with you, but when you get home, I'm gonna ask you, why are we still together?
And actually,
but think about it.
Wouldn't
you could do everything, even if Quavo did cheat, you could do everything that Quavo did. And your girlfriend goes on a podcast with her ex-boyfriend. What is the point of us still being together? You obviously don't care about me at this point.
Let me play a little devil's advocate. But wouldn't you blame the podcast host who asked the question to begin with, because they know that she's in a relationship? So it's kind of like their obligation to not ask those type of questions that like put her in a tough place when they know that those kind of questions are like kind of weird if you're in a relationship.
Well, you know me, I'm different, dude. So I would say no. Because if it was the other way around and it was Quavo on there and they asked him the same questions, I would expect the same thing from Quavo that I would expect from Saweetie. I would expect you to be like, no comment. I'm not going to answer this question. I have a significant other that I care about. If I go on a podcast, somebody my ex don't got to be there, but if they ask me about a threesome, yeah, and I know my girl might be offended if I answer this question a certain way, I'm not going to answer that question.
I would have been like, Russell Westbrook, next question, please. You know how he said next questions? I would have
said, what the fuck are you
I would have just said next question.
No, yeah, I get you. Yeah,
I'm not answering that shit.
Like, bitch, I would have been like,
is this a trap?
No, I would have been like, next question. I'm not going to answer this. Like, I'm not going to, I'm not going to risk my relationship for some content. Yeah. But you especially if it's not my podcast.
But you know how many dudes are in her DMs right now? Like, oh, I heard you're newly single.
Oh, they for sure shooting their shot right now. 1,000%. They for sure shooting their shot.
But you know Quavo, he's like, yeah, I got plenty. Probably waiting somewhere. Maybe, maybe not.
Well, if he was cheating, like supposedly that's what the rumors was, and he don't give a fuck. He for sure got women, but I mean,
yeah,
that's not the point. I mean, Saweetie's a good looking chick.
Hey, that's a lot. Wait, that's a lot of Birkin bags, bro. You shouldn't have spent that much money. You know.
Well, he gonna recoup it eventually.
I know, but still, that's a lot of Birkin bags. All right, they don't come cheap. That's a whole ass Bentley. I would have asked that bitch back. I would have asked for everything back. Keep the pride.
No, I don't think I would ask for anything back.
Nah, I'm too stingy. I'm too
stingy.
Been that. I'm thinking about my investment too much.
I've never been that dude in a relationship where I'm like, when we break up, ask for anything back. The only thing with my exes I've ever asked back was hoodies that were mine.
Yeah, I
if it's my hoodie, yes, I want my shit back so I can wear it. But if it's anything else,
bro, they always take our hoodies.
But if it's like other gifts, like
that should go first. The hoodie.
But if it's like an ex and I bought them like clothes, like women clothes, obviously shit that I'm not gonna wear, like shit that's specifically for them. Yeah, I'm not gonna ask for that shit back. I don't want that. Shit
I'm
back.
asking for that. The older I get, the more I think about investment and numbers, and this is where we get. Well,
what are you gonna do with that?
I can sell it and get my money back. You know how? Hey, another thing. One, Bentley doesn't lose value. Two,
I'm not talking about
Birkin bags doesn't lose value.
I'm talking about really our range. Like if I had an ex and I maybe bought her some clothes that were specifically for her, like
oh no, I'm not asking for that back. I don't give a fuck
if it was Fashion Nova. It could be like Louis Vuitton. If it's like a women outfit and I know I bought it to fit her, yeah. I'm not gonna ask for that shit back when we break up.
Bro, I'm just joking with you.
That's just lost money.
I'm just joking with you. I'm not asking for that back. Just the Bentley though.
Okay, a Bentley.
That's a whole ass car that I sign off.
What the fuck if it's in my name? If it's in my name, yes, I'm
taking that shit back. I hope he put it under his name. He'd be dumb as fuck to not put it on his name.
Yeah, okay. I get what you're saying. If it's in my name and it's like a car or something, yes, I'm asking for it back.
Fine print,
but like some clothes or something, like something that's a gift. No, I'm not asking for that back. You can keep that. I don't want that. What the fuck I'm gonna do with that? I'm not gonna give it to my next girl because who knows if my next girl is gonna be the same size as you.
Yeah. No. All right. Cool. All right. And you got anything else this week?
Nah, that was pretty much it. Quavo and Saweetie.
You literally. Engerson drank most of this. I had like 2 glasses. But that's about it. No, I don't know if you can tell. He's a little tipsy. It kind of went from like first episode, second. Fuck now.
Really?
I can see it.
Well, you can see it. That don't mean they can see it. So.
But I can see it. If I can see it, they can see it.
No, they can't.
Yeah, they can.
Camera not that clear.
Are you saying? Yeah, your eye is kind of tight.
My eyes are always low.
All right. Well, it is what it is.
See, look, I sound sober right now.
Huh?
I sound sober right now.
Just because you said it's slow doesn't make you sound sober.
I sound sober right now.
Just because you say you sound sober doesn't make you sound sober. All right, whatever. It is what it is. Okay, that's a wrap for our episode. Make sure y'all subscribe. We're gonna be posting tomorrow, and then I'm gonna make sure to start cutting up some small clips of the podcast, because I know it can be long, and some people might not listen to the long shit. So be lookout for that. And we might change some scheduling posting soon, depending on, but we'll let y'all know.
Yeah, we'll keep you guys updated on that, but we might switch it from Fridays to Thursdays.
Yeah, just because we felt like it's such a long gap.
Yeah, we don't want to keep, because since we record a lot of our podcasts on the same day, we don't want to keep you guys watching shit on Friday and it's like news that happened on Monday. So we want to keep you guys.
It just means that I'm gonna have to. With the news. It just means that I'm gonna sleep a little less and edit a little more, and then we'll get the potted out. But yeah, make sure you subscribe. This is the Can't Tell Me Nothing podcast. Try Engerson, and we're fucking out.